Dignitas got a lot to do here to make the way aggressive towards Ivy. Nice dink coming through, and Goofy opens things up early, look for one, will only find the first hallzerk in for the trade as he'll fall back towards Hell. Now, ponczek holding, look for the trade, won't quite hit it as a yes, swinging through. Forest good for one, hallzerk another as well, and they're shutting things down in a matter of seconds. It's all onto one man.
Yeah, this is not looking too good anymore. jedqr alone in a 1-on-4. And with the P250, even as a raid boss, he is to be challenged and taken down easily. It's okay. We're going up our halls. We're pushing it. Let's see how it goes. And oh, Heap, I love this. His flank might just work already beforehand as Lekro finds the first and jedqr falls. With that in mind, Wisla Krakow is losing control. SZPERO, of course, is being refragged. But SZPERO, second Hades as well. Unfortunately for Hades, he's far too away. The bomb plant being prevented and Wisla Krakow having to bow out once again.
Yeah, not the best start at all for Wisla Krakow so far. Hades, he picks up one, of course, but he will only pick up that 1-2 as well from good positions over towards A and towards B. And well, for the T side, they're making things quite hard for themselves. friberg good for one, but traded out quickly by ponczek. Brings it back to a 4.
That's going to be Goofy, of course. Hades already walking into sandwich. Heap is in trouble. He does not check the corner. Easy frags, even with a Galil. Now down to, of course, hallzerk, and he is caught out guard. And, well, Forest remains 1v3, and he better go back to the forest since he has no business searching for it on A site anymore. Or is he? Wait a second, the bomb also not planted. Okay. Luckily, though, ponczek retrieves it, and, well, at least going about business for Wisla. SZPERO out main, and this could be an A hit and a quick one at that, and indeed it is. SZPERO towards sandwich. The smoke prevents friberg from seeing him, unfortunately, and that is gonna allow the entry. As we see Heap drop down to, well, dying, actually. The Molotov burns him. jedqr with a Mac 10. What is going on here? jedqr with a triple already. And it is left all to Forest once again. 1v2. And unfortunately, ponczek, again, it seems like this combination. ponczek being the coming up through pop. They'll be isolating first, of course, hallzerk, but he has the first shot. Beautiful flash, doesn't really work on him. Sees the second player, misses the chance, though. 4v4, SZPERO coming in through Ivy, hot and ready, as Lekro, at least through connector, stops the push of ponczek that could have gone out of hand too quickly. The prevention of the plant. friberg, actually good timing. 7 seconds, time is running out. Heap through main, and Hades is alone in a 1v3 scenario. No chance of escape, and indeed, Heap will take his head. 5th round for Dignitas, and a smart call, pushing utility with AWP for Hades and such.
Agreed.
Oh. You love to see that, don't you?
Exactly.
That Norderwind, of course. Norderwind, how could I ever forget that? The all-Norwegian roster that was created back in 2018.
Yeah.
Few refrags. Heap again comes out on top, and in this case, Dignitas likewise. Goofy, on the other hand, though, nice spot of Heap, back to a 3-on-3. This could be a problem, especially when friberg falls. Lekra out connected through the Molotov. Drops down to 35. This is no longer a joke, nor it is a funny thing, as it is a 1-on-2 Forest. He's going to come out swinging if he wants to get any sort of frags or the round itself, as we see Goofy and ponczek waiting in lie in wait.
Yeah, he needs to roll back the years on this one. A 2 versus 1 with half HP on ponczek. He could have put something here. Swinging through, looking for the first frag. He's got a lot to clear. He won't be able to get the first. ponczek gets the frag, and Wisla Krakow.
Krakow has to hold the line best they can, as Forest is holding through the backlines of connector. Forest first, friberg second, or vice versa, and well, jedqr does return, but this is an advantage for Dignitas that will be hard to make up for.
Yeah, brilliant start already. Hades gets one, look for 2, won't quite connect. friberg picks up his second frag, leaving it all in a 2 versus 2 now. Oh, ponczek, no. Lekro in for the trade, brings back to a 1 versus 1, but with 67 HP, needs to be careful not to overextend. Aid comes through.
jedqr in this case has a very difficult job. 30 seconds is enough time to try and clear out connector. He will try it, but he will fail. Lekro does. But the double up is the saving grace, I think, for them.
Yeah, nice shot already for hallzerk. Opens things up. Picks up that first frag.
As far as I can tell, their slow approach hasn't really worked out the way they'd want to. Goofy gets spotted jumping up. Yeah, this is going to end up being the 8th round for Dignitas, most likely, from this point forward. Wisla Krakow, they feel like, you know, they still think their slow play, their one-by-one approach will work. Something that through the BS, you kind of have to cut through the line and find yourself a way in, be it fast, be it slow. That's just the way you approach the round and not just the general half. And in this case, Wisla Krakow, I'm in stout position against these slow plays. Once they start to fail, you really need to change up your speed, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, and he dies off after time. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Hades.
They have a Molotov ready, I believe, there as well with hallzerk. Actually, no, hallzerk is towards B itself. friberg even, and with an entry, that's even better. They might sell this as being an A push, and they will completely try to outplay. But SZPERO on the other side of the smoke, he's patiently waiting. Here comes the push to B. Wisla Krakow now know what is the gig, and they will be ready for it.
Ponczek good for one as well as he picks up a frag onto forest. The PT-50 not quite connecting. SZPERO good for another. Really already onto 3, looking for 4 as well. It's all down to Lekro in a 1 versus 4. He's to isolate the fights here, but he's being pushed from every angle. Good for 1, looking for 2, 1 quite connect. Oh, and he does. Ponczek drops. He's made this very doable. No way. Not like this. 15 HP in a dream.
Not like this.
Lekro, a 1 versus 4. Nerves
to see, isn't it? I mean, starting off in this position, I was sure that he would be done in a moment, especially with SZPERO going wide like that, but then Lekro just turns around, boop, on the head, the second, and just, yeah, absolutely brilliant in this game. This is really the main goal here for Wisla to get some hits in. Unfortunately, the B push is already underway, and by the time the scouts get near, well, Hades, nice shot, sure, finds us, okay, Hades, this is getting a little bit out of hand, isn't it? As Forrest gets tagged as well, 1 bullet will finish him off, and right now, Goofy's ready! Oh, Dignitas! You might have overstepped your welcome for a second there. Goofy finds the second. And this is certainly a bit of a concern right now for Dignitas, isn't it?
Yeah, SZPERO's holding as well. They've tapped the bomb, but friberg's not going to go down as of yet. Now, he needs to make the decision. They're holding, though. Tagged by the scout as well. It could be finished off any second. SZPERO, easy frag for him, an easy defuse coming in for Wisla Krakow, which means that, well, in round number 17, they've picked up a 7th on the board, and in doing so, right, well, this full buy for them. They lose it once again. They'll be forced into yet another eco. We need something special from Dignitas here to make the way on towards A. The ding coming through. jedqr opens things up. Forest already dropped, and already Wisla Krakow have the man advantage.
Very well done indeed. In this case, Dignitas. Okay, sure. Double peek. That works. That works like a charm. Locked out of it. Close range. I believe that's hallzerk running towards connector. Yes, he is. Oh, hallzerk. What a beautiful idea he has, actually. With 7 HP, he does not want to go for a duel. He wants for a surprise. And ponczek, though, unfortunately, will return with 2. hallzerk and Lekro left. 2v3. This is going to be very important. Oh. No, Lekro! Oh, no. Dignitas. They had the advantage, Neo. They had everything.
They had everything. They had the site, had the advantage. Lekro in a pretty comfortable position as well. They do get the bomb down. That's all they managed to do. And with 3 remaining players, Wisla Krakow, they pick up a 9th round.
Let's see how far they can push this. Oh, SZPERO, aggro. As hallzerk is being jump boosted over to the edge of Ivy. Divided T side, though. Basically, they're kind of playing divide and conquer here. It's, you know, total war. Goofy. I mean, that's the problem of playing like this. You allow yourself to have holes in the defense, and well, they will be abused.
So confident now. Momentum is so heavily in their favor. Swinging through hallzerk. He's be careful. Could be caught out here timing-wise. AK finds the fry. Goofy. Good for a 3rd, leaving it all down to 1. Forest really needs to roll back the years to that 87-0 nip side if he wants to pull off something here. A 4 versus 1 has been spotted as well. Information gain. We'll be able to cross and get that bomb down, but it looks like with, 17 seconds left, that's all they managed to find here.
Unfortunate. Dignitas can't get anywhere with this, and...
you do see here, picked up by Goofy and jedqr. I mean, it's been stunning so far. All off the back of Goofy here as well. Aggression towards upper brown halls, spots the information, converts the frags. Brilliant from the Perlig side, and they're looking dominant now for Dignitas. They must be worried heading in, well, to the latter part of not only this map, but heading into map number 2 as well.
And the saddest part of all is hallzerk using the high end to get himself a bit of a better vision. hallzerk and friberg, nice little entry. SZPERO is holding the line through Ivy, but has to retrieve in towards the smoke. But in this case, SZPERO and Hades, an immediate retrieval of that control, and the advantage being taken away by Wisla once again. Forest as well getting caught in the middle of sight. No. And that is going to be the end of the line, unfortunately. Dignitas, they start off perfectly, right? They really open up with a bit of a banger, but unfortunately, this could be an entry.
Spotted just ahead, but Forest finds the frag. What a shot. SZPERO, left, right, good night.
Literally waiting now for Dignitas to make their move, and Wisla will be playing reactionary here. Unfortunately, Goofy goes too wide. There goes friberg. Wants to get them on the drop down. Ah, okay, fair enough. hallzerk perhaps a little bit too aggressive. And now a 4-on-3 retake, specifically after plant for Dignitas.
Yeah, now, well, you have the better weaponry, but the post-plant positions are pretty good, I have to be said, from Dignitas. Forest holding on the site. Not going to be good for the first as they make their way in. lekkr, nice shot from him. Needs to be traded quickly. Holding what, 2 from upper, 1 from lower. Lower drops, lost onto 1. It's friberg. 1 versus 1. Falls away. His old legs on the way back, but manages to stay alive. And for Hades, I think he's going to make the informed decision just to fall away. While friberg won't survive, I'm pretty sure, with 27 HP. Regardless, a good round for Dignitas in the post-plant positions from the T side. friberg makes his way back towards upper halls, and Hades, like you mentioned, just holding that AWP.
Well, this time the surprise comes through, finds the first. That's a good enough of a start for him, and if he has more support around him, which he does, Hades locks out the push, and there goes Dignitas' chance to try and keep themselves in composure and basically have easier entries and easier way of getting into the game. Look at this triple setup on B. This is going to be perfect. The first one to SZPERO, the second to ponczek. The lineups are there, and the cleanup brilliant as well. Send in the mess crew. They have to clean it away after time.
Stunning. Yeah. They know this game over. Flashbang comes through, avoids it, swinging through, good for the first shot, but he be traded after time. jedqr picks the frag, and for Wisla Krakow to 15th on the board. And for Dignitas, things have gone from bad to worse. hallzerk, $250 is all he can manage to muster up, and Wisla Krakow, they just look brilliant on C's side.
They really do. A lot better than what Dignitas is capable of producing here as the terrorists. And another timeout being utilized, I believe this would be. And pinpointed. And it is a lovely take of the B side. Dignitas have the advantage. The afterplant being set. Hades is refragged as the loss is not yet too great for Dignitas to endure. As jedqr gets tagged, this is going to be a 4-on-4. With Wisla Krakow having to deal with the first 2 players on site and in between train number 1 and 3. And well, SZPERO, he is ready for friberg. That is going to be a problem. In comes ponczek. Does he clear mid-site? No, but lekkr still loses his teammate in heaven. That's Forest. 3v2, and lekkr, he will delay it long enough. The bomb will explode. And there we go. Dignitas, round number 12 is there. Cutting it close, but they are able to pick it apart and take it for their own. Yeah, resolution there, but then again, we do have the same kind of approach from Dignitas as we had in the previous round. Unfortunately, hallzerk this time getting caught in Ivy. That will be a mistake, as now a second player joins the fray towards the B defense. That's going to be jedqr. ponczek with the Molotov as well. jedqr is a little bit wide on the angle. lekkr will burn to the dead, or to the dead.
You know, with low HP on SZPERO, they have to be kind of flawless here. Look at these crossfires as well. friberg, good for the first. Goofy dropped. The crossfires are sublime here. Hades kind of making his way through these kind of frag here. Good for 1. We tried it out quickly by HEAP, leaving it all on SZPERO. A 1 versus 2, low HP, and a lot to find here. The holding, waiting, and unfortunately, caught jumping. 13 on the ball for Dignitas, and well, they've made things.
And this should be read by Wisla that this is what's happening, this is what's coming their way, as right now Goofy finds the first. That's lekkr to fall from stop sign. There's a player already holding the cross, but he misses the chance here. HEAP actually crosses on through towards lekkr, jumps onto train number 5, but it's not enough. SZPERO is faster than him. jedqr drops hallzerk, and I think we have our conclusion of the game and the map here. 16-13 final score, as Wisla Krakow will take away train for their own. Second map with Nuke Dignitas ready on the T side, and it looks like it is going to be an A play. ponczek on HUT, he's going to be playing the long con. Unfortunately, he's going to be the long gone, as lekkr finds a second as well. HEAP and lekkr with a beautiful 2 entries will pretty much solidify this position for the side of Dignitas, not Wisla Krakow rather, and Forest with the CZ at the end, finishing off the final few stragglers. This is going to be the pistol to Dignitas, and what a beautiful way to open it up, Neo.
Yeah, I mean, what a good start from them. They picked up this first pistol round, and Goofy just trying to find a little bit of damage to end things off. Forest will finish things off with, well, a third. Full buy needs a strong one here. We mentioned this is an all-important one. It's something special here.
Oh, Hades, he does certainly do something special. Unfortunately, it also is going to be the surprise. One of the players of Wisla Krakow. In this case, it would be SZPERO. Although he is out blue and he's ready for the push out of garage. No! friberg at the right time, in the right place. Beautifully done. That is going to be a...
Looking up to make their way towards lobby. Ponczek's got such a toss to do here. Swinging through will be dropped. It's an equal trade of 2 versus 2, but nice frag from the AWP in towards A main.
Absolutely. jedqr as well and HUT being posted this close. Well, doesn't even need to do anything. Fair enough. Goofy with a beautiful dust.
Using this round means their economy well and truly broken.
Goofy. Nice little action. As he has the off angle on friberg. Katie speaks up from as well. CT point. Oof, lucky to be alive right now. They passed over, but not lucky for long. Jesus, Hades. He's like going off the angle, hoping to get something done. And then peeking back in. Taking the head of Lecro there. As Wisla. Another off angle. Goofy. Okay,
Goofy. He's aware. He's so aware. Rolling out the years. SZPERO, though, the auto shotgun. Not often you see that work in favor, but he picks up, and Forest once again left now in a 1 versus 3. We've seen him kind of in this situation before. Tough toss to do. Good for the first one towards SZPERO. Brings it back now to 1 versus 2 with low HP on jedqr as well.
Let's see if jedqr and ponczek will be up for the task. It's a 2-on-1 retake. And certainly they have the advantage in this case. No smoke, though, means they will have to go straight up in duels. And Forest, nice tap away for the first. jedqr comes up the stairs. Forest is ready. There's the headshot, and Forest, the titan of old, an ace clutch coming out from him. Underestimate Forest, and you get what's coming to you.
Exactly. I mean, he really did roll back the years. They're brilliant from Forest. Isolated the fight, brought him into 1 versus 1s, and then trust his aim. The angling towards radio as well is so beneficial.
friberg. Smarter than pushing up forward. Oh, wait, okay. Uses the angle in his favor. Hades repositions just in the most unopportune of times, and friberg is on B side just like that. Okay, Dignitas. That's a free entry if I've ever seen one. And gets Goofy as well. Beautiful stuff. Okay.
Dignitas, they just nicked the rounds in their favor. The swing coming through. Yeah, good for 1, looking for 2. Won't quite find a heap in there for the trade. Will pick himself up on M4 as well. And well, for SZPERO and ponczek, their priority is just remaining alive. For Dignitas, a 6th run on the board and a confident, comfortable 6th at that. Looking good already. And, you know, they're 5 rounds ahead now with Wisla Krakow, and Dignitas starting to struggle. A flashbang comes in, and HEAP gets another just a cherry on.
Control going to be contested for. Smokes are already flying in for the cross here. HEAP gets the drop on jedqr. I don't even know where the hell that...
The pressure is really starting to mount, as you mentioned, and well, the CT side, they're starting to crumble.
See, the thing that really does get me at the end there was the fact that Wisla Krakow, or does get me here, is the fact that, Wisla Krakow don't play aggressive at all. Like, they leave Dignitas to their own devices. They allow them to run around the map, to do whatever they towards lobby or towards ramp would be warranted as well. Why not? Indeed, in this case, I think Wisla is not doing enough in order to put themselves ahead.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Dignitas, they just look like the better side in every way. It's simple, calm, collect.
1 round since Wisla, they have a bit of an advanced position towards ramp. Unfortunately, the flash and the peak comes at a unopportune timing. And the result is, well, Dignitas take the advantage again. Neo, I'm not going to lie, this looks like a very one-sided affair. Beautifully done by Dignitas.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. friberg good for 1. A second as well, and already down to 2. It's a 5 versus 2. 80 to the AWP. The priority for him is just keeping it ticking over into the next round. Once again, Dignitas. It's simple CSGO, and it's working in absolute spades for the Scandinavian side.
Mention perhaps the fact that they did win the Nordic qualifier for Blast yesterday.
Agreed, yeah.
Though again, you know, it wasn't perhaps as difficult as one would have imagined. They did beat Havo at the end there in the final, so that's beautiful. You know, that was great to enjoy.
A big team as well, I must say.
Yeah, Havo, like, I love Havo, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, Havo is a great team. SZPERO knifing at the end, Forest, even taking down hallzerk. Well, that's a beautiful little combo. Losing control of hell. ponczek waiting in Loba patiently. And if they check him here, yeah, of course they'll check him. How not? Okay, SZPERO, perhaps a little bit too exposed, and he stays in the same position. Ouch.
Yeah, he's good for that first, but traded quickly. hallzerk picks up one more towards Goofy, leaving it already now back in a significant man advantage in favour of Dignitas. I mean, they're well on their way to picking up double digits already here. 10-1. I mean, at this point, for Wisla Krakow, you start, counting down the days. friberg picks up another one towards jedqr, leaving it all onto Hades.
And at this point, Hades, well, he can be lucky if he can get away with a kill or two here. Unfortunately, not even that is going to happen. Oh, Lekro, the BM, I love it. Keep it up. Yes, sirree. Dignitas, keep it up. This is lovely to see.
They're allowed to.
Krakow, they're allowing themselves to once again most likely have no response to your aggression of Dignitas. Luckily, Hades this time has a pretty decent spot and a better angle to fight. With a minute on the clock, might be looking towards A, though.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm interested to see how they play this one. In a 4 versus 5 information spotted. Missed shot, but the collateral. Hades, I mentioned to be one of the players who's been really performing today. Already, what a shot in. Going for the collapse. Quick trade from Forest, but equally himself traded. And with Lekro finished, that's a needed round for Wisla Krakow, all off the back of Hades with a collapse. Last time he's going to pick around, Dignitas quickly responded. Brilliant shot, have to be said, though. Hades.
That was, wow.
Stunning stuff. I mean, he quickly traded out himself, but it does not matter. Those 2 kills gave them a significant amount of advantage. Now, aggression towards outside. Already, SZPERO, look at this angle. He could be good for a frag. He's got so much information. Spotted, found, and shot towards Lekro, and already now Wisla. On number 13, taking the man advantage and looking to double it up.
jedqr still not checked. SZPERO in main. He will not be looked at. And jedqr, by the time he gets the first, it's already too late for Dignitas. As SZPERO will continue on his massacre. Down to Forest left. And, well, SZPERO keeps up the charades. That's going to be the 3rd round for this line.
It was hallzerk 74 now. He needs to be careful as SZPERO just going to fall off the angle. Hades Molotov in. Gifted a free frag on towards Lekro as well. Not really held too efficiently. And already now, Wisla Krakow, they fixed that opening frag.
Well, certainly not the worst. SZPERO, nicely done. He is down to 3. He will still find another spots Forest on main. And this should be, nice little tap as well.
Tap.
Yeah, that was very beautiful from SZPERO. Even on 3 HP, the fact that he can do all that really tells you how good of a player this guy can be and is. Either way, as we can see, HEAP left alone, 1v3. No chances. Goofy comes in the flank. Second op still in the play, but no, actually Goofy goes for the AK. Wisla, and they're going to be rushing all the way through Secret in towards B itself. friberg gets headshotted, but it's HEAP that actually finds the entry to begin with. Dignitas are far from winning this yet, as SZPERO and jedqr, a few more to be added on top. Though, still a 3-on-3. HEAP, nice little second for him.
Yeah, exactly. Now with a bomb down, they're making their way in. hallzerk 2 for 1, but traded out quickly by ponczek. jedqr picks up one of his own, leaving it all onto HEAP. It's a 1 versus 2. They got the information. The sound cues have been heard as well, and it seems like just a matter of time. Tapping, trying to find. ponczek will finish things off. It's 2 for him, 2 for jedqr, and 1 for SZPERO. And with
defensively, Lekro, of course, towards main. Specifically towards garage, Forest. Nicely done. They don't waste everything from the get-go in case it all fails, and getting an op-out is a costly endeavor. Oh, what a timing, Lekro.
Don't even need it. Look at them already. Picked up those first 2 frags and on this first full buy round in the second half. Dignitas putting up a very good fight. The nade comes through, but it does not matter. Lekro picks up his second with 47 HP remaining. And just by being in that position, he's being a nuisance. And with Krakow, 2 remaining players, they've got an all to find. Make that one. It's just SZPERO with the AWP. Got an all to find in a 1 versus 4. He's going to throw it away as well. Doesn't even want to give it over towards the T side. I think it's a smart decision. Yeah, very smart decision.
I love it, actually. Not gonna lie. You do want to avoid giving your opponents too much of an advantage, specifically in AWP. This is not all over yet. SZPERO at times. Oh, hallzerk. I love this aggression. Yes, finally we see some reactionary plays from Dignitas as well. As Lekro gets the drop on SZPERO, that's control of Secret now. Retaken effectively. They don't know it yet, but they will find out pretty soon. As Forest has made his way to, to the rooftops. Okay.
A lot of kind of information, a lot of map control here for Wisla Krakow. It's still a 4 versus 3 in favor of them, but the problem is friberg in. He's spotting. Good frag. Hades dropped the important fragger out of commission. And, well, with SZPERO and Hades dropped, the real kind of impact fraggers are out of commission. And, well, they need to start making them rotate through. friberg needs to be careful making his way towards heavens. Goofy is holding. The flashbang will come through. He swings in. Caught Goofy. The information gains on friberg. Doubles back. Fires the frag. Perfectly executed. And, well, brilliantly played. Now, the 2 versus 2 retake ensues. 2 versus 3
Most certainly. Yeah, 3v2, yeah. Dignitas have the advantage, though they do not have the positional... well, they don't have the position yet, you could say. Although with this force, White swinging out, they can ponczek down in a 1-on-2. jedqr now having to clutch this. The defuse will come through. There's enough time. friberg saves the day. Dignitas again. Just like the last round of trade.
Forced into a horrible eco, and for Dignitas, once again, that economy in the long term looking good. That's a good way to start things off as well. hallzerk drops Hades already. Orb out of commission as he doubles up onto a SZPERO.
Oh, that is just sexy to watch. hallzerk is ready. Coming in to support him is none other than HEAP. And this is where the fun ends, I feel like.
Yeah, Goofy, nice shot as well onto HEAP. Now it's slightly concerning. The nade makes his way in, but an angle being held here. Goofy trying to find something through the door, but I shot from friberg onto Goofy, finally out of commission, and it's all onto one man with the bomb not gone down as well. ponczek needs to be flawless here. friberg holding. Don't overextend here, we'll be punished all by timing, but from behind. hallzerk, he'll finish things off. He picks up his 3rd frag in the round.
How it feels, right? Still,
yeah.
It's not the end of the world just losing one map here on Nuke. The best map for Dignitas, technically. HEAP with the aggression towards the lobby.
Hades holding and waiting. The crossfire has been set up as good for 1. Swinging, Hades good for the frag, though. Brilliant reaction times.
Really quick on the edge. Indeed, HEAP now has to hold the line. He's got support in the name of Lekro, but he will immediately lose him as Goofy is ready for HEAP's peak as well. Well done coming out from Wisla Krakow. They plant the bomb. They
isn't the greatest in the long term, but of course they will be able to relatively comfortably buy into the next. So, with Krakow, nice little 9th on the board there.
Here come the smokes, here come the executions, and here comes the commitment. Wisla Krakow coming out hot and squeaky. All through the smoke, friberg gets absolutely handled, and it is going to be jedqr that opens it up.
Wow.
Kinda, not gonna lie, kinda like the idea here actually, or at least the decision. They knew that they had to go through the smoke, so they, instead of risking their lives, just spray a little bit, try to do some damage, and fall back to their standard setup. Okay. Okay! What the heck?
Couple of shots there. Now what HEAP's left in a 1 first.
Spiral out of control, and it already kind of is spiraling out of control. The one question that I guess we should have on everybody's mind is, can Dignitas... This is going to be a very important moment. SZPERO gets caught. That's a great start. Lekro with the first, although jedqr returns. It's still going to be a 4-on-3 with friberg coming down on Goofy. That's the bomb drop, but unfortunately jedqr wide through the right side of the site itself. jedqr the second as well. Lekro trying to be the saving grace in this round itself. hallzerk, unfortunately, it's all jedqr. It's all on jedqr. And that is the 14th for Wisla as the Polish squad.
Getting overtime. Oh, we're getting a 16-14 in favour of Wisla Krakow. Good start of Lekro good for the first, but traded quickly by SZPERO, who's then himself traded by hallzerk. Swing coming through. Forest, nice frag for him on towards Goofy. And it's a manic end to...
Exactly. Confidence is key, but in this case, that was a bit of a stupid decision, honestly.
Agreed.
I mean, they waste a full buy round. They literally had everything. Look at the amount of money they have. Don't tell me they don't have enough for smokes.
Yeah.
And they
versus 4 or to 5 to take this 16-14, but it's very much looking like we're going to get overtime on the cards. We are. Overtime number 1 about to come your way as Dignitas, who just about cling on from the momentum that Wisla Krakow, as you mentioned.
This is just a joke at this point. I don't know, man. That has to be a bit of a joke from them. hallzerk through the smoke. Nice shot. Hades getting caught. Would have loved to see that. Am I seeing this right? Yeah, Lekro is alone. Finally comes in with the support. 3v5.
And on the 3 versus 5, of course, the CT side have the advantage, but Goofy good for 1. I need a frag. He doubles up.
No way.
Check as well.
Oh,
and they've
come
made
on,
this duel. They've now switched it in favour. Wisla Krakow, they have the man advantage, and the post-war positions are working in their favour.
What is going on here? How is this even a possibility? Goofy, a hat trick from him as friberg is left alone. And Goofy finally gets shredded to bits. But unfortunately, friberg in a 1-on-2 from Titanic is SZPERO waiting patiently in the first round.
They're looking to take this 2-0, and that's a good way to start things off.
Ponczek. Oh, okay. That's going to be a great start. Yeah, hallzerk finally. Again, entry secured for the side of Dignitas. Forest with the second as well. Beautiful stuff. That's really it is.
A huge one, yeah. I mean, with the first 2 frags of SZPERO, nice ones. Well, a couple of taps there towards Corzo. And a ball round for Electro, good for the first. Looking to double it off as well. He swings through. It will be traded. SZPERO brings it back to a 3 versus 2. And now we've already seen an Amanda's advantage. They've made it work. And they do it here, swinging through. friberg shuts down the AWP in a matter of seconds.
SZPERO. He will not be able to retrieve the bomb. He made a step as well, so obviously heard immediately in HEAP. We can see here he is not happy with how it all might have up their sleeve. Again, goofy on silo. It's a very advanced position that can give you great control quickly. HEAP is kind of ready for SZPERO, but Natus with the SG scoped in. Quick headshots. In Titanic, hallzerk holds the line. On ramp, I believe there is Lekro, of course, crossing right now. The fight is about to begin. hallzerk, great entry. Dignitas. I think they might be given the 17th here, given how it opens up and given how it's looking. 15 seconds. Wisla Krakow now running out of time and most likely going to be running out of time indeed by the time they get to site to plant. As Forest comes in close as well. There is the denial. There is the double. And that is the 17th for Dignitas.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from Dignitas. I needed a couple of rounds there after Wisla Krakow picked up that initial one in OT. I was, getting
grenades to support that push. Molotov into the back lines of Vents. Hades and jedqr though, they open it up. Another for Hades. What is going on here? Hades will be caught. Actually, no, he's still alive somehow. He's still alive and Goofy comes out through heaven, gives a chance for Hades. But no, a 1-on-1 Forest. Left down to get the bomb.
So much information.
Yeah, like, oh, no way!
Oh, no way. The timing from SZPERO. He just held. He would have won the round. That is one round is all that Dignitas need. And SZPERO, that's not a good way to start things off. He's going to be dropped on the Molotov. Lekro knows oh too well. You can't escape there. Jumping up high doesn't.
And most likely, in this case, first point of contact is jedqr. If he can get a kill or 2 going, he buys a chance for Wisla. If he dies, that's the round gone. That's the bomb drop. He's only good for 1. That's not good enough. And all of a sudden, Dignitas with already a frag beforehand on towards Goofy. Wait, now, Dignitas, you don't even need to go B. Lekro's on A. Just go A and that's it. Nope, they still go B. Doesn't matter. Hades misses his chances, and it's all eyes on Pawn.
Out. Smoke drops as well, will allow him to cross. Can he find anything?
Can he check the corner? No.
Oh, wow, he won't. And in doing so, it's a 19-16. Dignitas, they take it. Brilliant stuff. I mean, what a resurgence we saw.
The new thing where you kind of wiggle your way out so you don't get hit by a headshot immediately. Lekro, nice little refrag, or at least frag onto Goofy as ponczek gets headshotted. jedqr is waiting on plateau itself, but no chance. Forest literally takes his head off, and that is going to be a first round to Dignitas and a perfect start for the Swedes.
Yeah, what a way to start things off. I needed one at that. hallzerk, though, good for 1. Finishes off. SZPERO leaving it all onto Hades. And that armor as well is very important for them. They go chasing, they go hunting, they're looking to find friberg spots. Oh, and found my Hades, nice shot. Looking to double it up. It's already fine. He's made this way more expensive.
Just needed a kick in the ass to get the game going. And Dignitas, as we can see, it's going to be a straight default from them. Oof, Hades, the M4. Like we said, you shouldn't be giving him free kills, and, well, the M4 gives him a chance, and he takes down Lekro. Great start. Dignitas, it's a B push. 2 players going to be defending. Can they hold it? Well, yes, the answer is not entirely, but not badly as well. 3v3, the retake of B again ensues, and as you already mentioned, the hardest round, or the hardest site to retake of all the maps effectively.
Yeah, it's a tough one. See, I'm trying to just find an opening frag. You really need to isolate the fights. The problem is that B bombs, it's so hard, especially with 1 smoke. But that's a good way to start things off. Goofy, good for 1 and towards hallzerk. They're setting up utility though, and that's the real priority. The smoke drops in towards double door. They can just isolate these fights. Only a couple of angles to hold. Forest, good for 1 towards Goofy. Hayes makes his way towards window, but doesn't aggress out of the angle. friberg can just tuck himself in below. This angle is so hard to kill. Good for the first and the second as well. It's been coming in, but it will be jedqr who successfully retakes him with a kit picked up as well. That's Wisla Krakow, who picked up a first run on the board. We mentioned That was statistically, the harder side to retake. Well, that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Polish side, they tie things up one apiece. And the economy of the CT side becomes problematic. And on this T side, well, things start looking good. Hades, flashback comes through. We won't even manage to find one. friberg, good for the kill on towards Hades. And while it's all onto Goofy, he's going to be forced back as well, which means they can get onto the A-bomb site and get the bomb down.
Jump spot by ponczek actually prevents the plant. 15 seconds. The bomb is lost in CT. No. Oh, Dignitas! They have to retrieve the bomb. 10 seconds. If they do not get the bomb in 10 seconds, no bloody way, jedqr! He's just saved the round! He's just literally saved the round. Dignitas denied. After they lose the bomb plant on short, the bomb goes into CT, or at least drops into CT, and then you have to respond by retrieving it with 15 seconds to go. Dignitas doing the classic mistake of letting too much time run out for them. And jedqr, this was a magnificent idea that he had. He just held the angle long enough while his teammate went to hide, and that is a second round for Wisla.
But yeah,
the location seems to be the point of interest for Dignitas. I kind of like the idea here. It's going to be, of course, the one and only jedqr on the ledge. Unfortunately, as he peeks out, forest is ready. And an easy... Absolutely, momentum in favor of Wisla Krakow fails, and Dignitas with the CTs cannot continue going like this. They cannot afford to lose rounds after they win a few. Great shot by Forest as well. Here comes the commitment through short. Again, Dignitas really do like short, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. And it's been working for them, so I don't blame them at all. Already, now they make their way up. Lekr opens things up onto SZPERO. The utility coming through. Goofy's got a tough task here to hold.
Yeah, this is going to be very difficult, Goofy. He has to hold this line at least for 1 or 2 frags, but he is about to be flanked from long, and he is not even realizing it. There we go, Lekr. The headshot, the finalizing moment, and HEAP will be protecting the jump spot boost there. jedqr cannot deny.
Not at all. I mean, already decently started for Dignitas. On this T side, they're playing that default. They're making their way out towards A long, and they're causing problems for the...
On the other hand, Hades with the AWP. Double peek coming through. No chance. No cigar. Holy smokes. That was beautiful to watch. The double peek, even though Hades had the advantage with the shadow being shown, he could do nothing against it. And, well, hallzerk
of their own. Dignitas have been allowed to get onto his A-bomb site. Now in a 3 vs 3 retake, the flash avoided by Forest. Spots the gun barrel, but doesn't pick up the frag. Goofy good to start things off. The Kukli jump, spots the information. That's the priority there. Flashback comes from friberg. Needs to play aggressive here. He will be punished. It's on to hallzerk. It's sort of planted for him, but it's not the easiest. Now they're on the bomb. They're waiting, they're holding, and they're finding Goofy. Lovely swing. Lovely retake from Wisla Krakow, and the Polish side sublimely and flawlessly retake.
Won't be given a chance like that. As we see towards middle, the opposition comes as the alpha angle of jedqr gives him an entry. The Molotov is a little bit miss and hit. Unfortunately, HEAP is expecting that, and jedqr will be caught. 4v4 still.
They're playing the same angles they've been playing every single round. One in towards ramp, one in towards Goose. The flash comes through. friberg's aware. Hades good for the trade onto Lekr. That's all he managed to find. friberg good for a second, leaving it now looking very nice. However, SZPERO, nice shot towards HEAP. Forest though, picks up the frag. friberg dropped as well. SZPERO's retaking this all by himself. He's brought it back to a 1 vs 1. He needs 3 kills in a round. Forest looking to find something. SZPERO to 1 vs 1. Did he hear the scope though?
Yeah, he did. He must have. And Forest will not be expecting him to be peeked into the corner of CT. SZPERO safe.
Passive. friberg making his way up. Flashbang comes over. Double flash as well. But friberg's good for 1. Finds a second as well. All holding. Now he needs to be careful not to overextend. A Molotov will be his best friend here. The flashbang catches the AWP and Hades forced away from the angle. Now they make their way up. Hades holding. Needs to be careful of Pit, however. Overextension, and Hades picks up the frag. hallzerk drops, and already he's picking up frags when needed most. Back needs to be careful. The double pushing towards upper. This could be caused an issue. The AK spots, but ponczek finds the frag. No trade these. They can fall back and play passive. The swing coming through from jedqr. Good for 1. Leaving it all up to 2. friberg and Forest, the 2 legends of the game. The legends of the scene need to go huge here. ponczek spraying through the smoke. Finds a bit of damage from the frag. Finally finds it. It's all onto 1. Forest has seen him pick up angles like this, but he won't manage to do so. It's Wisla Krakow. We pick up a 5th.
Will it be Wisla Krakow running away with the first half? Either way, as we see opening it up here towards middle, it's going to be jedqr holding the site Or she
Actually giving up long, as you mentioned, and giving up pit. Look, all of these one jump spot. Goofy can drop a smoke, a flashbang coming over, and all that's needed for a frag. Looking for two, won't quite connect. Giving up long is not working in their favor, and Dignitas, they've been forced to retake it and expending players in doing so.
Well, they have certainly lost quite a few, though 40 seconds on the clock is not the lowest of times, so they can still make something out of it yet, as we see again, jedqr in the smoke, patiently waiting for a chance. He will be caught by Lekro, seen on his feet, as forrest comes through short, denies Hades his chance to defend the line, and it is going to be back to SZPERO and ponczek. 2v3 retaking of a site. Great stuff for SZPERO, good nade coming out from ponczek, and it is going to be a 2-on-2, hallzerk with the off. He needs to find the first player, and he will. And that should be enough, I believe, in the end of all. And yes, it is. Dignitas, their 5th round successfully taken. They pay a for, I guess. The scout could be the game changer, though Hades, in this case, can't face off the op of hallzerk. And that is going to be another for hallzerk. Even Goofy deciding to do the same.
In that smoke, if hallzerk's the first to peek, he will be dropped. Lucky is friberg. This tag as well. Information gained, but what a shot from ponczek through the smoke. SZPERO gets one of his own, and then making it expensive. We mentioned that was the priority for them. We'll look at them now, making it very, very expensive as they make their way over towards the A site finally. Still, there's one player towards short, which will be an issue. Not anymore. Yeah, get traded out. The Molotov causing a lot of damage on towards forest. Nice shot from ponczek. He's good for yet another. They brought it back to a 2 vs 2, and with hallzerk and forrest and low HP, this becomes extremely more doable. Like gap in the smoke, ponczek find, and it's all onto one. This is so expensive, and they're being punished for it.
It really is. SZPERO and ponczek, and they will be able to take down the last one. That's forrest to fall. Ponczek with a
nice shot from ponczek as well. He's good for the second. That was an important one as well. The higher HP player of hallzerk finally removed from play, leaving it all into forrest, and with such low HP, it seemed like a matter of time. Wisla Krakow, the retake was sublime, and the eco worked in their favor. I oftentimes say, you know, the better the ecos, if you can pick up ecos.
It could work quite like a charm if they play their cards right. And first out, it's friberg through window. friberg the second as well, as he's ready for ponczek, lines up the shot, and Wisla.
They exposed it.
Well, they were able to punch a hole in the defense. That is lovely to see. Obviously, it's, you know, we'll have the advantage, I guess. There is no reward like advantage. Imagine that. Well.
Okay. Start things off for Hades. HEAP with the trade, but then jedqr one of his own. His trade century is brought back to a 3 vs 3. Advantage angle where they clear it. They don't the first time. Good for one, but Lekro in there for the trade. Back to 2 vs 2 from behind the top mid. Friberg, be careful. Finds a frag into Goofy, an important one of that. Trade. He won't, and friberg, lovely couple of shots there.
It's like it is going to be an A hit through CT. ponczek comes in hot. There's 2 players jumping into CT. They're going to be attacking the A site fully. HEAP is holding the cross. Oh, Neo, this is not looking too good for Wisla Krakow, as Dignitas have the trap set and sprung.
Yeah, brilliant already. The bomb will go down, and that's the priority. Aggression from ponczek, and while he's punished for it, all onto one man, and hallzerk will easily find the remaining 2, gifting him 3 kills in the round, and then doing so well. On the board, well, that's looking even better for Dignitas now as pick up this defuse to push themselves all the way to 9. However, one thing to be mentioned though is that Wisla Krakow,
they're giving any peaks yet. This is so important that Dignitas remain like this, that they allow no control to be given to Wisla. And here comes the take now as ponczek finds Lekro. It is going to be forrest to refract. Forrest holds the line, but not for long. Hate is still on point, and SZPERO 1v1 as he takes the head of hallzerk. And it comes down to the clutch moments of friberg, the Titan himself. The old guard, we could say. The old gods. And, well, yeah, of course. Easy.
Easy, we say the least. Picks up an AK as well, which is nice. And a deagle, I don't know, will be a pretty quick defuse for him. And that for Dignitas. We mentioned they were the favourites heading into this one to pick up that 10th player on the board. And they've done exactly that. Now, for the CT side, with momentum in their favour, and that long-term economy starting to build aware of as well. On this smoke, however. Oh, it does not matter.
Damn. Wow. What a shot. ponczek is so far away still, and they're already executing. Oh, yeah. Ouch, I guess. Big ouch. Big oof. There's not really a challenge here to Dignitas. There is no challenge to Dignitas whatsoever. They literally just hold the line, and they don't even need to That's it. It's easy almost. Bit anticlimactic.
Really count them out, but so far, Dignitas, they've been looking brilliant. Boost up in towards that position. He's good for one, but shut out quickly by hallzerk. Brings it back to a 4.
It should be. Forrest waiting at scaffolding. This is a one and done spot likewise, and he will be checked, but he jumps! Oh, that must be the most real jump that he does. Now down to Lekro it goes, drops the bomb carrier. He's not done just yet. He can escape, but he tries to switch out for the AK. That will be the mistake he does. 1v2, hallzerk left in this endeavor on his lonesome.
Yeah, got a lot to find. We mentioned how hard it is to retake this sidewall. Good luck here. AWP in hand, swinging through, not good for even one. Goofy deletes him, and in doing so, while Wisla Krakow, they've picked up a default that we saw from Dignitas, which is that short push, information gain, and hallzerk's got a lot of things out. You know, they have the ability to pull off something, and jedqr, nice shot there on towards Forrest, opens things up, and already they've picked up the first frag. Now a flashbang with it be their best friend, but hallzerk good for a frag. Will double things up as well as pass the top through. Goofy not quite caught out by it, but caught out by the shot nonetheless. The whiff spray means that HEAP is gifted a frag.
And that was a vital moment for Goofy. He had that kill in Goose. hallzerk misses the chance. jedqr peeks out wide. HEAP has fallen. And down to Lekro falls to defend alongside. And he still finds a second. No, that's friberg actually, excuse me. 2v1 ponczek now in between a hard place and a stone. Or a rock. Or a friberg and Lekro, depending how you want to look at it. It is going to be Dignitas that salvages the round itself. They will defuse it in time. And that is going to be the 13th for Dignitas themselves. Cutting it very close, and this is where the economy part still comes into play. Dignitas have lost a better part of their player. Let's see if it benefits them.
Now they hold nice shots from jedqr, opens things up. The all finding though, gets the bomb, doesn't get. Oh, it does get the second kill. That is huge.
That is immense, actually. It could save the entire round for Dignitas, but let's see if that's actually going to be the case. Molotov is a little bit deep as well. ponczek still sprays down on friberg. 2-on-2 ensues.
Damage onto SZPERO. He's dropped to 31 HP, but Goofy still holds a passive play from him. Forrest good for the first. It's all onto one man. The AWP got it all defined. 2 angles to hold as well. One towards short, the 3-2-1 swing. It's brilliant. Just fantastic time and time again. Brilliant. Lekro swung from low, Forrest swung from high, and an easy defuse for Dignitas, gifting them a 14th on the board, and meaning that only 2 rounds.
He's in a little bit of utility. SZPERO has to sacrifice his helmet in order to get out the AK. Line woke. Yeah, hey, nice peek. jedqr comes out hot. Goofy with the second. Looking ahead a little bit to see what you can or what you should be doing. ponczek patiently waiting at blue. friberg wins his duel, fully blinded, though no, still manages to get away with that. hallzerk caught on middle, and that is the end of the line for Dignitas. 9 for Wisla. And a chance.
Shot down Wisla Krakow here. This essentially sets them up comfortably. They're all making their way towards B, and there's actually 3 players over here. They could make it work. He's open things up as well. friberg playing passive. No way, not like this.
Oh man, not like this. Lekro is still waiting at car. friberg the first, Lekro the second. This is a long ways off from victory yet for Wisla. And Lekro holds the line. Sure enough, he might have fallen here, but hallzerk comes out hot and absolutely not like this. Hold it differently now. You don't need to put 2 there. Though short push could work if Goofy doesn't be... Well, if Goofy isn't too goofy in this case. Goofy! Whew. See? That's what I'm talking about. Dignitas.
Oh, the best side on the server, especially in the second half.
Really have. They've been the better team. They had the better reactions, and more importantly, they've seemingly read. But having 2 there actively, whilst not reacting to anything going around the map, that is concerning. But concerning also, push by Wisla Krakow into B that gives them pretty much the round here. Forrest no chance, and that is going to be the 11th for the Polish side.
Going hunting, these AKs can be put to good work here. Going aggressive as well. It's the Famas good for 1. Well, he double things up as well. He needs to be careful of behind him as well, as HEAP is holding from double doors. A shot from friberg making it more expensive. The AWP holding AWP will find though, and in doing so, it will be all onto one man hallzerk in a 1 versus 3 to try and keep hold of that Famas.
Well, hallzerk, at least with the Famas, you will be able to help out somewhat, I guess.
Fall off now. The Molotov will cause a little bit of damage as well as the HE. And it will just fall away. USP. Oh, unlucky for friberg. It looked like he could have picked up a frag there on the low HP player, but won't quite manage to do so. The flashbang comes over, and the smoke as well. HEAP now just holding
yourself in grave danger. Oh boy, Goofy will fall here. Necro comes in close. That's the op potentially dropping as well. Necro finds
no
another
way.
SZPERO, drops. No, wait, that's what I'm talking about. And look at the current position. Look at how it's all going.
Oh, no way. The fact that it turned on its head so quickly towards ponczek. A 1v3 got all to find a forest to finish things off, which means Dignitas take it 16-11. What a performance from the Scandinavian roster. Brilliant, to say the least.